this is Angel from The Elegant Thread. Remember me? I know, it's been so long. You're probably wondering, like, did she pass away or something? Like, did move to Mars? Yeah, almost. No, so I did move, so that was part of the haven't been doing any Flosstube. And then there was like this whole global pandemic thing, and I haven't felt like stitching at all. So what is there to make a Flosstube about, which is a channel about cross stitch, if you haven't been cross stitching? I could probably come up with something, but I did do a little bit of cross stitching. So I have a little bit of something to share with you. I hope everybody's been well. I hope you're safe and healthy and getting a lot of good stitching done. So, but I'm here. I didn't forget about you guys. And I know you didn't forget about me, because people have been sending me these guilty messages like, oh, we miss you. I hope everything's okay. Yeah, one of those kinds of things. So thank you. Thank you for sending those, and thank you for giving me the sit down and do it. Listen, girl, wash your hair, put on some clothes, and make a Flosstube. All right, so here I am, and I do have some things to share with you. I hope you have a warm drink and some sewing, and you're just gonna chill out and let's chat. Let's talk about cross stitch. Let's start with a little bit of throwback, you know, something really old. Okay, so when I was 2, no, and let's go to some of my earliest stuff. Like, we call this my Ada period. Like, I'm not an Ada hater, not at all. I just don't stitch on it because it tends to be really stiff. I don't like the tactile nature of it. So, and nowadays with technology and all, they're making Ada that's a lot softer. So I would probably stitch some things on. I have actually stitched a few things on Ada, but my early work I only did on Ada. And yeah, we all did dimensions kits and things like that, and where you started and how you started cross stitching is different for everybody. But mine, let's start. I am going all the way back, mid-90s. Let's go to, so how many of you, raise your hand out there, have some of these Victorian Santas? Because there was a whole collection of them, of these Victorian Santas. I only have 2, and I did them back in 1997 and 1998. So this is, I still have the old book. Look at that. It is, let's see, Mary Fry and Major Presentations was the name of the company that put it out. I always thought it was a Dimensions, but it's not. It's Major Presentations. I don't think they're in business anymore. I don't think this is available anymore. No huge loss there, but I still think it's kind of cute. I always had this idea that I was going to frame them all up and put them on the wall. Do they look framed to you? No. No, they don't. I mean, really. How long before you admit defeat and say you're not going to frame it? Okay, so here we go. This is the first one I'm going to talk about. He is the Victorian Santa. Did you get a good look? And I stitched him, oh goodness, in 1997. Here he is. Dun, dun, dun. The Victorian Santa. He is stitched on Ada. And he is, look, he's filthy, first. I mean, absolutely, the material is, you can see it from there, filthy. He's dirty. I've never been washed. I probably should wash him. I don't know where I got this from or how I came across this. I don't know. Look, he has a little bit of metallic thread in him. How fancy of me, right? He's a solid piece, so he's a full work, nice and thick actually, because I did him in DMC, definitely DMC, of course. With it says over the back with 2, so it's in DMC, 2 strands on Ada, and let me see what count Ada this was. You know, back then I didn't even know what count meant, so I don't know. I probably just had a piece of this and I just started sewing. Oh no, let me take that back. I used 3 strands of DMC on 14 count ivory Aida. So this is Mr. Victorian Santa. I think he's pretty. What I liked about him is that this, if you look, there's a little chain stitch in his little chain. Look at that, my first specialty stitch. No way! Back in '97. Get it, girl. Yeah, I like the way everything, like the shading and his beard and the fur, and I think the designer did a great job with this one. So here's my Victorian Santa. I even edged it in by hand. Look at that. Cool, huh? He's so dirty. Poor guy. He needs to be washed. And he might need to be framed. Maybe like never. I don't know. He's just hanging around. Literally. There's my throwback. Blast from the past. Yeah. Okay. And let's do one more because that's kind of fun. Yeah, see, I found, I had my little card that I made. See, I made these little cards. These are historical cards. You know, back when you like took pictures of things, you know, like pictures that you printed out. Yeah, so that 3 plies. Wow. Okay, the next one, I don't have the pattern anymore for the next one, but he is same series. So again, Mary K. Fry from this Major Presentations. He is Bueller Claus from Germany. I did him in 1998. He's also on Aida. Let's look at him. Look at this dude. Check him out. Hey, Mr. Bueller Claus. Boom. Okay. Oh yeah. So I did him in 1998. 3 strands on 14 count white Aida. At least it used to be white, because it's so filthy, it doesn't even look white anymore. I mean, like, there's like crap it's literally, it looks like this was run over by a truck. That's how dirty it is. Now, there are not a whole bunch of rules. There are some laws to cross stitch. I mean, you know, you've heard the laws of cross stitch. I'm gonna add a law to cross stitch. The law is don't tape the edges of your project. I at least taped it with white tape. Look how fancy I thought I was being, right? Don't do that. No. But, you know, what did I know back in 1998? What did anybody know back in 1998? The duck period. That's what we call it. It's like the plasticine, the duck period of cross stitch. He doesn't have specialty stitches, but he does have some of the metallic going down the middle of him. Dude, that's a handsome little dude right there. Yes, he is, again, hanging out. Since 1998, I said I'm going to frame him. That's the definition of procrastination right there. Yep, so cool. That's a fun throwback. That's a good way to get things going, get the juices moving. Look at some really old stuff that you did. Wow. On the flip side, I have some finishes. Not very many, but just 2. I signed up with Dying to Stitch in Virginia Beach. I signed up for their Quaint Country Ladies Club. So you get something, I believe it's every month. And this one was from that club. This is Pineberry Lane, The Witch's Garden. And they're smalls. They're all smalls. You should be able to get it. You should be able to finish it. So I did. I made a pillow. Dun-dun. Here's my Pineberry Lane, my Witch's Garden. I made the pillow. It has, it came with all the finishing, the dots, and the black felt wool, black wool for the back. And I stuffed it with walnut shells. So you can hear it. So there is my pillow. Little pillow. Okay, yeah. Cute. It's a small, took a week. So that's nice. It's kind of in between when you're doing big projects. It's always really nice to have some smalls because you get a really good sense of accomplishment. And we all need some sense of accomplishment, and you get, you know, something fun with it. So that's the first one. Interesting that it's a little Halloween-y kind of thing, but Pineberry Lane. And then I was coordinating with Kimberly from Samplers Not Forgotten to do some bags perhaps for a class that she was going to teach, but then, you know, global pandemic, everything's been canceled. So I thought, well, I'll still try out some things. And I had this finish I already had. This was Chessie Smith. I already finished it. So I made a bag, put Chessie Smith on it, and I thought, maybe I can do something with that. So I stitched on the bag. There it is. And directly on the bag. This is a linen burlap that I found online. This here. It's a 22 count linen burlap. And I obviously, you can stitch right on it. I stitched this after the bag was completely finished. So it's a little bit more of an advanced technique because it's a over one technique with using the sewing method on, you know, on something that's already done. But it came out beautifully. So I might do a line of these. I don't know. I'm still batting that around, but there it is. That's a finish for me. The bag and then this. And now, I don't know, I'm not going to leave that Chessie Smith on there, but, you know, I mean, it's not on there permanently, obviously, because it's not even, but it's just tacked on there with pins just to see visually what it would look like, and I kind of like it. I think it's neat. I mean, you could do your name, you could say my project, you could say keep out, you know, beautiful stuff inside, you know, all about that. Whips, you could say anything. So that's all I have are those two finishes, but that is something. Sure is. Now let's move on to whips. I'm only going to show you 3 whips. I've worked on 2 things, and I'll just throw an extra little thing in there. Let's start with Harriett, hod-hearted harbinger of haggis. Am I the only person that thinks of that every single time I pick up Harriet Salt? Raise your hand if it's you. Come on, come on. You know you think that. Name that movie. So, let's talk about Harriet Salt from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. I started this, and I don't know when. Let's see. When did I start Harriet Salt? I started her in January, which means I am not making any progress whatsoever because I have done that. I've done nothing. So here's where I am. This is where I was. This is where I continue to be. But Harriet is being stitched on 56 count Cafe au Lait Zweigart based Kingston linen. This is some beautiful linen right here. It feels like silk. It is very nice. And of course I'm using Auversois 103 to stitch. It is, you just want to pet it, you know, because it's so nice. Yeah, but obviously I have a really long way to go. And this project is going to be stinking huge. Even on 56 count, it's going to be large. Because the original was like 80 count or something like that. And there is someone doing it like the original, and, you know, blessed be to you. Okay. And the next thing I've been working on, just a little bit, is Autumn Quaker by Rosewood Manor. You gotta love everything that Karen Kluba does. All of it, because Rosewood Manor, one of my faves. I started this in August with the Sunshine Stitchers. They were doing a Rosewood Manor Sal. Gary has since finished that down. He's been done with that for like since September. I don't know. So a long time. I am not done since I'm still working on it. This is Rosewood Manor Autumn Quakers. For those of you who remember the story behind this, I'm doing this on Lakeside Linen, light exemplar in 46 count. Can't really get my face in there with this thing. Yeah, there we go. the story behind it. Why am I doing it on 46 count? Well, I was going to be adventurous and do it on 40 count. So I went to the store and I thought I was buying 40 count, and I get it home and the 0 is a 6. So it is now 46 count. And I am using the Valdani pack balls with 3-strand packs. And I'm just separating out the strands, and I'm using 1 strand, and it's coming out absolutely beautifully. So you can separate the strands of the Valdani if you're going to use something that's a much smaller count. So I'm in this part, and it's very pretty. I just haven't been able to like sit still long enough to actually stitch. I sit down and get like 5 stitches in, and I'm like, ah, you know, I concentration gone. Yeah, not happening. So there's that, and oh, stretch it. The third thing that I have been working on a little bit more than other things, let me get to my page. Stand by, please. Is I only pulled out the back page. This is not going to show you very much at all, but I'm doing Mary Frear 1808. Well, here's the antique. Since I forgot to pull out the page, the front page, I pulled out the back page. Duh, not gonna help. Anywho, this is Mary Frear 1808, designed by Julia Manfredini of GPA, and this is where I am. It is being stitched on 40 count Zweigart based Newcastle linen in the colorway Putty, and I'm using thread gatherer silks. I took a class with Julia at Christmas in Williamsburg last year, and this is the class piece, and of course I'm still working on it, but I made good progress. I finished this whole solid stitching area, and I'm starting on this little flowery thing. So if I had it with me, you could see what it was supposed to look like, but this is about maybe half of it. So it's got another, other half. So there's that. Yay! I am making some progress. Yeah. So that's good. Stitch a lot and then it doesn't seem like, oh, am I really getting anywhere? But yeah, I am. Okay, so. Oh my gosh, I put everything so far away. This is like the plan was not working out for me on this. No. So this is what happens when you move. And it's chaos, right? The movers break your stuff. So this is not the only thing that was broken. This is part of the reason I am so delayed doing anything at all, is because it's been utter chaos. I had stuff from 3 different locations, my apartment, 2 storage areas, here, there, and everywhere, trying to put it all in one place, and then, things are all kinds of dishes. Of course, they're only the hand-painted stuff from Portugal, or like the things that you can't replace. Those are the things that really get broken. So, but I did replace this, and I have been, of course, making bags again. So, oh, sorry about that. Off and running. So that would not be haul. I got a new one of those. That was underneath all my haul, so you had to see the craziness that was this particular move. But now I have a studio space. So I have an actual workshop, and I'm gonna have studio space. This is a quilt that I made, and my mom had it quilted for me. It's a jelly roll race quilt in blue batiks. So I kind of like it. It's like a little museum piece. It's my art. Maybe I could put little people and stuff on it. I don't even know. So here we are in our space, and it's echoey because there's a lot of empty space. Yeah. So again, I signed up for the Dying to Stitch Quaint Country Ladies Club. The second club they have is a monthly strawberries club. I think it's monthly. Anyways, it's strawberries. And this is Erica Michaels All About Berries Club. And it's in the plastic. I didn't take it out of the plastic. Sorry about that. It's called Live Simply, a Quaker Wisdom Berry. I have not stitched it yet. Right now it's just haul. But it comes like the whole thing. You get everything you need to stitch it. And this will be my next small that I do in between some of my larger projects. So it's kind of a little, you know, a little something, something fun. And then you could travel with them, stick them in your bag. You're waiting in line at the bank. Yeah. Oh yeah, we don't wait at the line at the bank anymore. Like, we don't wait in any lines anymore. And if you are, you're like so far away from the next person, it's wear your mask. I'm not kidding. Wear it. It's so stupid and simple. Do it. Why people don't do it, I don't even know. Do you just think you're immune, right? You don't care about anybody else but yourself? Or maybe you don't care about anybody in your family? You know what you have the right to wear what you want. You have the right to tattoo your body. You have the right to say what you want, but you do not have the right to kill me and my family. So wear the mask. Okay, anything off my soapbox? Okay, so the Dying to Stitch retreat was canceled. Very sad. I was really looking forward to it, but there's always next year. So hopefully they roll me into the next slot. But I did receive the swag from the retreat. So let's go through it. This beautiful Dying to Stitch sewing holder. This is really awesome. There you go. So now I have one from summer school, and I have one from Dying to Stitch. I can be packing like one in each hand. Da, 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 boom. Yeah. So this is, it's so nice, so nice. And the equality sampler. Oh, that's so great. Was kind of the premiere project. It's Paulette Stewart, the Spring 2020 retreat. Obviously, the designer, guest designer, is Paulette Stewart. So she sent us the pattern, and it comes with everything in it. I mean, look how cute. Okay, this, I need to. I'm the Clint. I need to start it like right away because it's awesome. This is so awesome. Paulette, you have outdone yourself again. How does Plum Street do it? How is it every single thing that Plum Street puts out? It's so fantastic. Like, it's just really fantastic. So, yeah. As Brenda and Laura would say, I need to start this stat. Add that to my long list of other things that I'm doing. And I'm not doing any stitching, so. But yeah, I'm just going to drool on it for a little bit because, man, is that nice. And I just, the colors and stuff are great. Okay, so there's that. And then we received a project bag. And in the project bag, a note from our sponsors. And this is, I believe there was a Saturday project as well. What is it? I don't know. This is the main project, and then there was a different project, a smaller one. So it's also a Plum Street sampler, Plum Street sampler project. It's called Nightshade Bird, and it's a drum. Sorry about the light there. Can you see it? There. You can't see it right on because the light's crazy. Okay, sorry. You're going to have to live with the whole crinkling of the plastic if you want to see something. Oh no, sorry, I'm so ill prepared. Okay. But this is in plastic, which really is not going to help you very much. I gotta do like double plastic. All right. There you go. Now you can see it. That's cute, huh? That is adorable. I like him. I am definitely going to stitch that. Wow. I'm telling you, everything she does is so great. So great. Okay, so there's my stuff from the Dying to Stitch retreat. We can just all stitch together. I wish we could Zoom and then we could have our retreat via Zoom. I would be okay with that. Totally okay with that. I'm going to wear my pajamas there anyways. Okay. That is the haul. Now I only have one more thing to talk about. I know, it hasn't even been like 3 hours yet. I have 2 more things to talk I have also, in addition to making bags, which I've been making lots of bags, and I haven't even posted them yet. Maybe I'll get the pile and I'll show you later. So that'll be one of the last things I do, just in case you don't care about bags. I have also been designing. And just for fun, I had, my friend Kay will know, she was the first to hear about it. I designed something called Lobster, right? So I was just going to make a pillow, like for my house, right? And then I'm going to use this linen burlap that I have, and I'm going to put Mr. Lobster in these colors. So that was how this whole thing started. Right. And then, as I'm pulling the floss from my big piles of weeks for Lobster, which is the start, I thought they had this really awesome color. Let me grab it because it's just so cool. Okay, they have, I came across this really cool color of weeks called, in the holiday collection, called Independence. I mean, look at the variegation on this. That is, isn't that cool? Okay, so hopefully it gets that and not me. Zoom into this. Oh. How do people do like the whole with the hand thing? And I don't know. Anyways, there it is. It doesn't help, I think, to put it in front of anything. Does it? Let me know if that helps. I'm not sure. So I picked this. I saw this and I thought, oh, this gives me some inspiration. Because I'm going to do lobster. Wouldn't it be really funny to have like a Statue of Liberty lobster? Like, yeah. So now I do. It's called Liberty Lobster. He's the next. I guess we're going to have a series now of lobsters. So I picked the colors out for that one. It's going to be these colors. That's going to be the flame and his the sheath around the lobster and his crown. Yeah. So this is going to be Liberty Lobster. And you can see him one more time again. He hasn't been stitched yet. I have to stitch the model for that. I will stitch the model for Lobster, which started this whole thing. And then once I get them all done, I get models, I will then put it all together. I don't know if I'm going to either sell them as kits, because I can get this linen burlap, or you can just get 22 count linen from anywhere, you know, any color you want to stitch things on. In addition to that, I also did a sampler. So this sampler, I'm in the process now of doing the, let me get it all, doing the model, stitching the model for that. I'm going to do it on this. It's a 38 count. I thought it was a 38 count Confederate gray. I'm not real sure. It's a Weeks Zweigart based linen. 38 count, that's what I'm sure of. But all I have for the color is the number. And so I have to verify the actual name of the color, but I think it's if you know, if you're one of those people that can just look at something and say, hey, that's this color, not me, let me know what you think this is. But I don't know. It's a little gray. And then these are, oops, I'm gonna start with them. These are the colors. I'll do the Nicole thing. Whoa, that actually works. Dude, she has got it going on. Okay, so, oh no, because you got to see the red. That's kind of nice in there. So these are the colors in that sampler. Yeah. And this is the sampler. So, not ready for prime time yet. So I'm going to stitch it. I'll work out any bugs that are in it. I'm going to do something along the bottom. I think I'm going to put some antique buttons along the bottom of it, and we will see. But right now, I just have a plain, just a name on it, Mary Jane Smith. It's not going to be, it's not going to have a name on it. But that will be the next design coming out of the Elegant Thread. So there are 3, and then I have another really large. That's like a medium-sized sampler. I have another that's a larger sampler. that is also in the works, and I don't know if I'm going to go out on a limb and get a model stitcher or not, because I want to be able to correct the pattern in case there are any errors or something as I'm going along. But those are the things that I have in works right now. Yes. Now, just in case you think I forgot, 100 years ago, the last time I did a video, a real video, I had a giveaway. I was going to give away this lavender piece of linen, and this, and maybe a few extra little things that I'm going to share the stash. Just pass it along to someone else who might want it, might be able to use it more so than I. The winner of the Share the Stash is Kathy Ocasio. Hey, Kathy! I already have your address. I will send it to you. Congratulations. Make sure you send me a picture of what you stitch on it. That'd be really great. Okay? One more thing. I found this as I was going through my stuff. It feels well worn and used. That's in there. It's a drawn thread pattern. It's called Forget Me Not. And let's share the stash. You want this drawn thread pattern, Forget Me Not, gently used? Then please be 18, be a subscriber, and use the word forget somewhere in your comments, because that's how I will select the person to send this to. All right. So I hope that you are doing well, and I hope you didn't miss me too much. Didn't forget at all who I was. You're like, man, look at this new person. No. Maybe now that I'm set up, you know, I can get going on this more, actually have some stasis in my life. Yeah, get a little stitching done, get a little designing done. It'll be great. So now I'm going to show you just a few bags, what I have been working on. So if that's not your thing, check you later. Okay. Let me get them. Oh my goodness, I have so many. I can't show these all to you because there are so many of them. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have a lot. I haven't posted them. I need to take pictures and do all that stuff that goes with it. Okay, but so Celebration of Needlework in Nashua, New Hampshire has been moved to the very end of July, last week, weekend of July, very first day or two of August, and the theme is going to be Christmas in July. So I have been doing a few Christmassy type things, and I have these new, I'm trying out still, I'm not sure, I'm trying out these new closures. So it's just a few of them. I'll be adding these closures, but for the most part, I like the ease of getting in and out of something using Velcro, you know? So it'll be a combo. But here you go. This is one with a new closure. And this is the scissor fob. Cute, huh? And this is the needle minder. Yeah, how do you zoom in? Zoom. So, that's this set. Isn't that adorable? Okay. So I still need to take pictures and maybe, unless I fall in love with stuff and then it never makes it to my Etsy shop because I just fall in love with it and I don't ever put it on there. And this, well, I'm not going to take this out of them. This one happens to be in the bag. Okay, again, same pattern, but a little more rustic. This is lined with little trees, pine trees. It has the Christmas trees on it, kind of this vintage. I'm going to include a vintage pair of scissors with the scissor fob. Do it like this. And this is the needle minder. It's a vintage Christmas. So that'll be that one. Oh, goodness. And let's see. Oh, a few more. Oh, should I do all the ones that go together? Oh, okay. Oh, what fun. What fun. Okay. So this is also another Christmas pattern. And this is like a canvas weight. It's a heavier material. All of these are made of that. And I really like that. So Christmas patterns. This is the scissor fob. And it has a needle minder that's a snowflake. See, snowflake, that goes with it. Sometimes I like to be matchy, not always. Okay, then let's pull this out. Oh yeah. This one is, it's made of a gray linen, and inside it has a reproduction Civil War fabric, which I do love. So it's very classic, very nice, timeless. I'm putting with it this wonderful red fabric that I have. I made a Harriett salt. Sing it now. Harriett, Harriett, hodded, hobbinger, haggis. Okay, everybody, together. I made a bag for my Harriett salt out of this fabric. It's lined in an antique linen towel. And this is the scissor fob. And this is the needle minder. Yay! Okay, and I eventually will get around to taking pictures of all this and putting it on my site. Oh, wait, I have one more of these down here. Let's go over that. One more of these. And I also tried a different closure. I don't know if I'm digging the whole turn closure. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that might be the only one I ever do like that. Yeah. Okay, so that's the new one with the turn closure. Then here's the scissor fob. It's a beautiful, that is a beautiful bead. Oh my gosh. And this is the needle minder. So that one's kind of sweet. So sweet. They go together. See, I would, with this closure, I don't know, I would totally forget, think it's Velcro and go rip it clean off. Yeah, that would not work for me. No. All right. This. Oh, this fabric. This is wonderful. It's like, it's not a linen. It's, I got an Amish country, so they make like tablecloths and towels and things out of it. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful fabric. Feels great. But this is like I said, I'm trying all these different closures and stuff. On this one, the first time I'm using magnets. Now these still have a little plastic to protect them. So this has magnet closure, and again, I used the vintage Civil War fabric to line it. Beautiful blue rose fabric. And this is the scissor fob, and this is the needle minder. He's a silver, I need to polish him up. He's a silver bead. Yes, and these are little hand-painted glass beads. Oh, so pretty. That's a little more rustic, refined rustic. That's what we'll call it, country. But it also has my new closures. Giving it a shot, you know, if you do buy one of these and it has the closures that I'm testing out, let me know what you think of them. Say, yeah, I really like that magnetic closure, or no, that's not really working out for me, it's too clumsy. You know, the twist, it looks nice, but when you're stitching, you know, is it easy to get in and out of? Is it something that you like? It's good to know. Okay, these are kind of exciting. These next ones are a little bit exciting. Next one, they all look like this, but not quite. So this is a almost like a waxed linen. It is it's definitely a linen fabric. It's a thicker linen fabric, like you would use almost for upholstery. They're lined in this travel fabric, so around the world kind of travel fabric. And this one is taking you to Versailles. So this one is you're gonna go with Marie Antoinette, a Sajou fabric, lined with the clocks from Sajou. This is the scissor fob. Let's get it right way. Yep, the scissor fob. Yeah, I mean, because you're going to Versailles. Be fancy. Scissor fob and the beautiful needle minder. Wow. Yeah, that one's not up yet, but there it is. But I have a couple of them that have this Sajou fabric, and I'm telling you, this Sajou fabric. So that's the Around the World to Versailles. And since you're going to Versailles, there's someone else you might want to meet at Versailles. So again, blue bag with the liner, Around the World liner. This time, let's go talk to Louis. Louis. Hey. Okay, so he also has clock, regal clock fabric. Louis. And I'm not going to take them out of the bag. This is the scissor fob, and this is the needle minder. So, if you like Louis better than Marie Antoinette, there's that. So those are the royal destinations in France. Okay. Oops. I don't know what I pulled out of there. Okay. This one, again, blue linen. However, let's say again. Angel, stop saying again. It's annoying. The blue linen, that's thick upholstery fabric, I did a test of magnets. So the other one had 2 magnets on it. This one I'm doing a single magnet. It's postage inside. And the Notions bag is Around the World fabric, with also magnets. Ooh, goodness gracious. Oh, these are nice. This one's so nice. Okay. This is the scissor fob, and it has a little globe, little travel globe on it, because it's Around the World fabric. And this is the needle minder. Little 3D globe. Very cool. Now you can't really see it. Nice. I like that one. My mom and I stayed up till like midnight picking things out. It's the creative process is so fun. Okay, I'm gonna get this huge pile now. One more. So last of the blue linen, like almost like a denim, like a thick blue linen. This, again, I tried the magnets to test them out, Around the World fabric, but I also have a companion fabric that is a canvas using magnets, but I lined it in the Around the World fabric, so it has the same lining as the bag. Come here. Here's the scissor fob. Comes down, has a little jeweled Eiffel Tower, because they're going around the world. And this is a porcelain, French porcelain from the flea market in Paris as the needle minder. French porcelain bust. That's kind of cool. So, that was not up yet either. So the blue, Around the World blue collection is on its way. I still need to take pictures, post it up, decide which ones I'm going to keep. Which ones I fall in love with and then I can't sell, or maybe I'm going to give to a friend, whatnot. But what's left, I will put on the Etsy shop. I'll put all the details, the deets, down below. I'll also put my email down below if you ever want to reach out to me. And that's it. I'll catch you next time. Stay safe, stay happy, stay stitching. Bye.